or five groups. Okay, fish divided into three groups: jawless fish, cartilaginous fish, and bony fish. Amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. We said that before, guys. Fish, amphibians, reptiles, all of them are cold-blooded. Okay, all of them are cold-blooded. Okay, and also, guys, here we have something you should to understand. Okay, suppose that is the surface of water. Okay, now the fish live under the water and breathe by gills. All of you, of course, know gills. Okay, now that is the fish. Fish live under the water. Okay, what about amphibians? If you look over about the amphibians, you can see that amphibians live both under the water and on the land. Okay, live under the water and also on land. But reptiles will be different. Reptiles live on land. Okay, we will see all of that today, guys. Now let's start read from the book to look over what do we have today. Okay, guys, I told you to understand this part, it's very important to understand this diagram. I will draw it again. Now, that is the water, guys. Okay, that is the surface of water. And here we have fish. The fish will live here under the water. Okay, let's draw another fish smaller than this. Okay, another one like that. Okay, I love drawing very much. And another one moves there with another shape. Okay, that is another fish. Okay, moves like that in another place. Okay, now this they are fish. Okay, now fish live under the water and of course breathe by gills and have fins.
Gills.
These the fins or fins. Okay, now and this one breathe by gills. Okay, now fish live under the water and breathe by gills. When we move up more, we have amphibians. Now, if you look
Yes.
over about the amphibians, here we have amphibians. The amphibians live for both of these parts. Live under the water in part of life, and another part of life live on land. How this one can live under the water and inland at the same time? Now let's read to understand more about amphibians. I will explain the life cycle of the frog to understand about the amphibians. Okay, now the amphibians live on part in their life on land and another part on the under the water. Okay, now guys, that is the frog. Is the frog. Okay, now the frog, that is the adult frog. Now the frog lay eggs and lay eggs under the water. Okay, and now the eggs hatch it. It means get out something called tadpoles. Okay, now these tadpoles will be look like fish. The tadpoles would be look like fish. I'm sorry, not like that. Okay, yeah, it will be look like fish. That is the tadpoles. Okay, and you breathe by what? Breathe by gills. Breathe by gills like fish, and this one live under the water. Now this one called tadpole. Okay, this called tadpole. Where this? Yes, yes, this called tadpoles, guys. And this one breathe by what? Breathe by. I will change the color. Breathe by gills. Breathe by gills. Okay, this one breathe by gills. Okay, now when this one become bigger and bigger, now this leg start to appear and the tail will start to go on. Okay, and now it will become an adult frog like that. And when this one become adult frog, this one can breathe by lungs and live on land. This one breathe by what? Breathe by lungs and live on land. Breathe by lungs. Okay, now again, the adult frog live on land and breathe by lungs. When this one lay eggs, the eggs hatch it to get out tadpoles. Tadpoles live under the water and breathe by gills. Now, as you see here, the amphibians live part of their life in under the water and another part in their life up on the land. The skin should to be moist, guys. The skin will be moist, moist skin. Why? Because they like the water very much. Okay, because that they should to be near of the water every time. Okay, all of the frogs and all of the frogs and all of the amphibians like the water very much. Okay, why? Because their skin should to be moist. Should to be moist. Okay, يا شباب. Okay, do you understand? Okay, any questions? Okay, the reptiles live on land. Okay, do not live part of their time under the water or like that. No. Now, reptiles live on land. Can you see that? Fish under the water, amphibians both under the water and inland, reptiles no inland. Okay, now fish breathe by gills, amphibians breathe by gills with tadpole under the water and breathe by lungs on the land. Okay, but reptiles no. Reptiles breathe by what, guys? Huh? Reptiles. What do you think, guys? Your microphone is closed. Yeah, you can open and answer, guys. Yeah, reptiles breathe by what?
Lungs.
Yeah, lungs. Excellent. Yeah, reptiles breathe by lungs.
By lungs.
Yeah, why by lungs? Because they live on the land.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't need gills. Skin dry. Dry,
Yes.
not moist like amphibians. No, it will be dry. Dry skin. Dry skin. Okay, guys? Can you see that when we move up more, the characteristics will be different. Fish live under the water, breathe by gills. Amphibians live both under the water and on land. And the tadpoles breathe by gills. Frog or the adult one breathe by lungs. The skin moist. That's for amphibians. But reptiles, no. Live on land, breathe by lungs, and have dry skin. Okay? And of course, guys, of course, all of them are cold-blooded. All of them are cold-blooded, and all of them lay eggs. Okay, as I told you before, the fish have scales in their body. The body covered by what? By scales. Okay, the body covered by scales, and even the reptiles. That if you look over for this picture down here, you can see that this one have scales also, but these scales will be different. The scales of reptiles will be stronger. Okay, and will become something called waterproof. Okay, waterproof. What do I mean of waterproof? Waterproof, it means that the cover by something will skip the water away or do not like the water because the skin here dry. Because that the skin should to be waterproof to skip all of the water, to remove all of the water. If we are in winter and we have a lot of raining outside, you will wearing jacket waterproof. What I mean of waterproof jacket, it means that the jacket protects your body from water. Don't let the water to get inside your body, right? That is the waterproof. It means keep the water, okay? Keep the water away. Okay, guys? Now, I will read the last part because we don't have much time. Now, reptiles...
I have a question.
I'm sorry, guys, no question now. When I have finished, okay? Because that I want to finish quickly. خلاص? Reptiles cannot breathe through their skin. They breathe by lungs. As I told you guys, now the reptiles live on the land because that they breathe by lungs. Okay, live on land. What? Of course, breathe by lungs. Okay? Now, and also, they can lay eggs. And they eggs covered by something tough cover. Tough cover, it means strong cover. When this one lay eggs, these eggs will become stronger than the eggs for amphibians and also for the fish. And this one will lay eggs on land, not under the water like amphibians. No, the reptiles will lay eggs on land, and the eggs will covered by tough covering. Tough covering, it means strong covering. Okay, don't let the eggs dry out. Okay, and of course the example of reptiles like lizard, snake, turtle, alligator, and like that, all of that are reptiles. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for listening. See you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ma